Okay, Pisces, this is just a quick en route reading here for you. Although not actually en route, but either way, this is a reading for you for the month of November 2023. So I will just get right into it. Amazing cards for you in the month of November. Amazing cards. You actually have some cards I've just pulled off to the side that also refer to great happiness actually with family, and it looks like you've accomplished some kind of a goal, things starting to turn in your favor. There's some kind of sense of options being available to you. There's just a lot of good things that are coming through here in this period. So of course, I'll go through it generally and then I'll kind of pull it together here. But when we're starting to look out with the Seven of Cups, I mean, that does indicate that there is some sense that you're really starting to take a look at things and try to bring things into some sense of order. So in other words, you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do now. It's almost like money or something has come through for you, and it's allowing you to kind of, understand what your options are, what's available to you, because this is a time of figuring things out, because you now have the Three of Cups. You can start to coordinate things because there's been some kind of this is a celebratory energy, a lot of emotional fulfillment in this time for the month of November. So again, this could be in around friendships that you're starting to, starting to actually feel really connected to. There's a sense of, your social circle is just strong here, and it definitely feels as though there is, maybe after a time where there has been some difficulty, though, I would say. Sorry, guys, dry air for me. But either way, I just feel like you're in a space now where you might be broadening that social circle a little bit here. There has been some confusion around your connections. But as I say, it feels like a lot of this is emotional energy for the month of November. So this is again where you're starting to take a look at your friendships, and you're trying to figure out what's not been fulfilling, what's been missing. How much do you want to put into your connections, that kind of thing. It's about shaping your social circle, that kind of area is what I would say, and trying to understand things better. How you can be a better friend, what you want from your friends. How can you, like, your perspective has changed here in some way, because it just feels like you're looking for things to grow in relationships and all of that. So we also have that Seven of Cups energy again, like I say, kind of speaking to escapism. So maybe there have been some situations that have been tempting, but it's almost like you're also kind of listing off some of the best scenarios, the worst scenarios, like playing it out in your head about who, or like trying to identify the things that scaling it down is what I would say there, trying to really figure out how to scale down the things in your life that bring you the most joy, and how can you reconnect and not feel overwhelmed by things, because this is where you're starting to just organize. But it's also, again, Three of Cups, you're really starting to enjoy the company that you have around you. The Chariot is another major player in what's coming in for you. So the Chariot is the main energy that's out here. You're very focused. You're very determined, not just in your relationships to improve things here, even though there has been some struggle, and there may still be some struggles going on in the month of November, but minor. There's a situation here that talks about going in the direction, of your maybe having to make a decision where you're wrestling with that decision here as well. But it seems to be about something that's going to give you a lot of happiness anyway, either way. So whatever that decision is, don't hold yourself back, because this is where I feel like things are going to work out for you. But it's also kind of, when you're in that Chariot energy, it's reassessing a goal. It's taking the pause, that moment to kind of reconsider the path that you're on, to achieve a goal or a dream. So you're really at a decision point. The Chariot means it's conquering kind of energy, but because it's clarified with the Five of Wands, I feel like you haven't quite yet made the decision. But there will be a celebration in the month of November, or some kind of get together gathering with friends. But it still feels like you are kind of wrestling with the decision that you have to make. And you maybe just need to work out some of the priorities, work out some of the things that might be distracting you, whatever that is for you, because the Seven of Cups energy, of course, speaks to that is also around getting too many things emotionally that are kind of distracting you. But everything is moving in the right direction. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, and then that is coupled by the Three of Pentacles. You have other people that are involved in creating, moving things ahead for you. So, and there's a lot of happiness that's coming through, and it has been a bit of a burnout energy here for you, but you're definitely at an end cycle. The Ten of Wands is a big one. The Ten of Cups is a big one. You know, two tens, two cycles in terms of that are really you know, kind of you're getting past all of that, because the Ten of Wands is again where there's been a lot of responsibility, a lot of hard work, a lot of pressure, a lot of stress in around something emotional. Again, could be family, because that is my family card here as well. But it feels like there has been almost like a period of huge anxiety that you're now getting past here, and you're starting to see that there is a turn of events taking place. So there is much more going on here for you with that Ten of Cups energy that's coming through here in the month of November. And not only, again, is this is two tens, so this is pretty significant energy. So the Wheel of Fortune, again, Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, big, big players. These are big things that are happening in the month of November for you. So I feel like with that energy, it just feels like, again, it's a closing cycle. Wheel of Fortune is also a closing cycle, but it's one that has been sort of faded, or one that is going to move you into a period of lucky, lucky, lucky energy. And I say that because it's more than one card for sure. But the Wheel of Fortune is just an amazing card, especially when it's coupled by the Three of Pentacles. You actually have the support of other people to kind of advance this and move yourself ahead. And it's not, and it's looks like it's going to be a fairly elongated period of positivity. Because the Three of Pentacles, like I said, this is an energy where you're coordinating, you're working things to, moving it, upscaling it in some way. Three of Pentacles is an energy of, I'm able to, I'm encouraged to go the extra distance because I have cooperation to achieve that success. So there's a lot of teamwork involved in this pursuit. You could also be just seeking out that support of others, but either way, you're getting it. So somebody else or other people are sharing your vision. And I feel like this is a time where you can really consider new opportunities and achieve your goals. This is actually good fortune that's coming in for you over the long haul. And it's almost like it's a happy time that's going to progress forward. I'm not saying without any negativities, but it certainly is a time where you're transiting out of, what I would say is a pretty huge storm for you in some ways, and now you're ready to get out there and do it again, but differently, because you're being presented with more options. You've got more support, and it doesn't feel like this is something you can fail at, because you really have connections. You really have a lot of things that are in the background operating to influence you, so that you can actually build on your personal power, build on the goal, shift into something that is a more positive time for you. Chariot card, super effective card in moving things ahead. Wheel of Fortune, end cycle, longer period of time that this is going to move out over. But it feels like you can embrace this new change because there's guidance, there's support, like I said, and you're finding how to upgrade things. And it definitely feels like you're in the flow of the situation now. So I see with that Ten of Cups energy that it's not just like family and friends and that kind of support, but it is like it's the ultimate sort of happiness, right? It's where you feel fulfilled, you've got emotional security, you have fulfilling relationships. This is where I feel it's been a burden to get things moving, but now you are in that space where you're going into a cycle of really good luck. So just like I said, I feel like this is a time for you to really embrace, but know that you're moving in the right direction. The energy again of the Ten of Cups is like their main energy out is that you finished a cycle, and it's you finished it very successfully. And now there's almost some kind of a decision that you have to make here in this next short little bit to go forward. But you do have a leveling up, and it will be connected with others to help you to level it up. So somehow you're getting some kind of strong connections with other people that will advance you here. So again, when we get to the Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, definitely this is where you've been weighed down by a lot of responsibility or obligations, or you've been feeling overwhelmed with things. You didn't know how to get out of a situation, or you didn't know how to lighten your load or prioritize something. And so this is definitely all that energy here around family and contentment, but it's all going to be coming through to allow for inner peace and satisfaction. So whatever was weighing you down, it definitely feels like it was kind of emotional things, could be again family things that were really finding a lot of burden in that area. You're moving into a period now of fulfillment and a lot more happiness, a lot more contentment in your connections, in your career. And it does feel like it's more of a career path to me. And it definitely feels like you are moving on practical steps to kind of keep things going, but you're getting into the flow of it. And there's greater joy and satisfaction that's coming through all around. I feel like you're connecting your relationships, you're connecting your ideas to your home. You're somehow redefining things around the home base. But either way, there's a lot of really positive feelings here, and a lot is going to be brought into reality, physical manifestation for you. So a lot of domestic harmony, a lot of emotional fulfillment, just a lot of really good things represented here that revolve around community and relationships. Yeah, so that's what I have for you as your November energy. I'll do some other ones further out, but you've got a bit of a longer haul, but it's a good stretch of positivity that's coming through with the Wheel of Fortune. This is nothing that is going to because these are nourishing connections. So this is nothing that's going to finish up anytime soon. I feel like you're just starting to turn the corner into this energy. And when that starts to open up, I feel like you're going to start to see some of that in November, because there's something successful that comes in the month of November that kind of provides you with some options. And that allows you to really start to plan and go forward. But like I said, this is longer term energy with the Wheel of Fortune, and it's big energy. So I feel like you're now connected to luck and destiny. Things, things that you touch are going to be like, gold and golden. It's going to be where there will be some sudden unexpected changes, but there is a decision to make initially here. And I feel like it's coming through in the month of November. And I feel like either it's a new method or a new belief system, but you're dealing with things, dealing with things in some kind of a new way, I would say. But either way, it's you following a path. It's a new direction that you're, you know, I would say that new direction in that you've got a lot of, again, support in, but there's still some longer cycle looking for synchronicities with this kind of card here as well. But it's almost like you're discovering something. I mean, it's not like it's a truth coming out or anything like that, but you're rebalancing things based on something that's quite emotionally satisfying. So whatever this is that you're emotionally connected to, and it's quite significant connection to whatever this is. And again, it could be family, or it could be strong connection to passion project, whatever that is, you're putting it into action, you're getting something back. There's blessings that are coming through in the month of November, and it's going to be big blessings following that over and over and over again. This is more than one, and they're pretty significant. So I just feel like you are kind of creating your worldly fortune through whatever this new shift is for you, this new cycle. There is definitely something big that's coming in here, and it's going to play out over a longer course. In the, over the, I feel like, I think it was, Wheel of Fortune was about 25 years sort of time span. So, I mean, however that resonates for you, but it is either way, more of a longer period. So, so in other words, not just like a year or two. This is something that's more established wealth, and this is something that is going to give you a lot of financial security. So it's almost as well where there could even be sort of a passing on of the amount of wealth or gain in this period. Like it's that kind of rich fulfillment and emotional connection. But it's really a prosperous life that I see ahead for you. And it feels like you have a lot of options available to you. You're having to make a choice here in the month of November. Then you are, going to be highly focused on it, because that Chariot card is a very assertive, take charge kind of card. So I feel like that's where you're headed. And you're making those practical moves to put things into investments. And I definitely feel like there is higher level of learning here as well, because we've got the Three of Pentacles, and that is involving other people as well. But it certainly speaks to a lot of money coming through here very soon. And again, I feel like your skill level is going to increase you're getting some kind of mastery over something here, kind of rediscovering something here. Like I said, it's like a passion project. It's something where there's a lot of growth, a lot of learning, a step up from what you had been doing in some way, and it's a wealthy path. So I'm going to leave it at that because this just looks amazing, but keep moving forward because this looks like you are on a whole new level of achievement. Keep moving forward, Pisces, and we'll see you in future reads.